Naming a cell range. Excel allows to assign the name of naming a cell range. Excel allows to us to assign the name to Excel assign a name to a cell range. This name can be used in place of cell address in formulas. Perform the following steps to assign a name to a cell range. Step 1. Select the range of cell to which you want to assign a name. Step 2. Click on the Formulas tab from the ribbon. Step 3. Click on the Define Name command under the Define Name group. The New Name dialog box appears. Step 4. Type the name and click on the OK button. The assigned name gets upper in the name box. Cell range selected. Look at new name dialog box, naming cell range. Wait, okay, look at now we can use this name in place of cell address in formula. Cell refreshing in formula and its type. A cell refresh is a cell address that can be used in a formula to denote a specific cell. A formula may contain a reference of other cells. In such a case, the result of a formula depends on the value used in the referenced cells. In case you make any range in the referenced cell, the result will automatically be changed using cell reference. See how this works. Enter 10 in a cell A1. Now select cell A2 and type A1 2 and press enter key. The value in a cell A2 is 20. If you change the value in a cell A1 from 10 to any value, the value in a cell A2 will also change. Cell references are especially helpful when you create a complex formula. There are three types of references used in Excel: relatives, absolute and mixed. ओके, तो हम बात करते हैं जो तीन फॉर्मूला यहाँ पे दी गई हैं एक्सेल में, और उसकी बात करते हैं रिलेटिव्स रेफरेंस. इन relative reference you actually refer to cell that is above or below and left or right to a number or for row and or columns. When a formula that processes a relatives reference is copied from one cell to another cell, the value in the copied cell also changes. To use the relative cell reference, perform the following steps. Step 1. Select the cell that contains the formula in which the reference of other cell is used. In this case, we have selected the cell D3, which contain the B3, C3 formulas to calculate to the amount to be paid for the product. Step 2. Click on the copy commands from the copy clipboard group under the home tab. Step 3. Select another cell in which you want to copy the formula and click on the paste command from the clipboard group under the home tab. Notice in the formula bar that the cell address that you have used in the formula gets changed accordingly using relative refreshing. Look at it. Absolute reference. Okay, if you wish to maintain the original reference as they were, then you should make use of absolute reference. If you want to make the formula retain the original reference when it is copied, then you should precede the column reference and row reference by a dollar symbol. For example, if you want to discount of 10% on each product, then the discount will remain same for all the product. To calculate the amount to be paid, you should add the dollar sign with the cell that contains the discount percentage. In this case, the discount percentage is given in the D3, hence the formula will B3C3 B3C3 DS3. When you copy the formulas to be the next cell, address of the cell D3 will remain sum as shown using absolutely refreshing mixed reference. A mixed reference is a reference that refers to a specific row or a column. It is basically a combination of relatives and absolute reference. In some situations, you may need to make the cell reference as a mixed reference so that you can look either a column or a row by presenting in it with a dollar system. For example, reference to other worksheet, you can refer to cell in other worksheet within the same workbook just as easily as you refer to cell in the same worksheet. For example, to enter a reference to cell A2 in sheet 2 into cell A1 in sheet A, do this. Step 1, select the cell A1 sheet 1 and type an equal sign. Step 2, click the sheet 2 tab. Step 3, click cell A2 and then press enter. When you press enter key, sheet is now active. Step 4, select the cell A1 and you will see that it contains the formula sheet A2. The examination point separated the worksheet examinations point separate the worksheet positions of the reference from the cell positions. टीच शीट में देखते हैं to switch between making the columns, the row or nothing absolute, press the F4 key repeatedly over a reference cell. Functions are a predefined formula in Excel to perform both simple and complex calculation. They accept arguments and return value. Arguments are input to the function. This argument can be numbers or text. The value should be given in between opening and closing parentheses. Rules for using function. All Excel function must begin with sign. Function name must be a valid Excel name. Function must be followed by opening and closing parentheses. Most of the function must contain an argument with it. Categories of functions. Excel provides many categories of functions. Some of them are statistical function, calculates the maximum, minimum, average of a set of numeric data. Data and time functions calculates the day, month and year in data and hours, minutes and seconds at a particular time. Mathematical function calculates the square roots or absolute value of a number product of numbers. Its logical functions evaluates conditions such as 5 and give the result as true or false. The text functions perform a number of operations or on strings such as finding the length of a string, joining two strings, searching for one string inside another. Let's discuss these categories in detail. Teach fact. In function we can also use the cell address in place of the values. Let's use the mathematical function in Excel. Perform the following steps to use the mathematical function. Step 1, Type the following data in Excel worksheet. Step 2, to calculate the price of pencils, type the products function in the cell D3. Step 3, press the enter key from the keyboard. When you press the enter key, press price of the pencils uppers in the cell D3 using the autofill features. We can calculate the price of geometric box and pens. Step 4, to select calculate the subtotal, type the sum in a cell D6. Step 4, press the enter key from the keyboard. When you press the enter key, subtotal uppers in the cell D6. जब आप प्रेस करोगे एंटर की को तो सारा जो टोटल होगा वो D6 में आपको प्रेजेंट होगा, क्योंकि आपने ये वाली फार्मूला ऐड की है ना, इसकी वजह से. कैलकुलेट स्टेप 6, कैलकुलेट द टेक्स्ट बाय यूजिंग द D6 100 formula. Step 7, calculate the total by using a function find out uppers as shown using product functions. Let's use the text function by performing the following steps. Step 1, type the following data in the Excel worksheet. Step 2, type the non-concatenated A3V3 function in the cell C3. Concatenate the first name and last name. Press the enter key from the keyboard using concatenate function. When you press the enter key, first name and last uppers after calculations. ये रहा यहाँ using text. This one concatenate. लॉजिकल फंक्शंस मैक्स रेंज. पर्पस किस पर्पस से होता है? इट रिटर्न्स द लार्जेस्ट वैल्यू इन द गिवन रेंज. एग्जाम्पल, इनपुट मैक्सिमम, आउटपुट 16. ओके, इसमें से 4, 16 एंड 12, 9, इसमें से मैक्सिमम कौन सा है, सो ये निकल के आएगा बाहर. तो आउटपुट 16, इनपुट अंदर कौन सा है. ओके, मिनिमम, इट रिटर्न्स द स्मॉलेस्ट वैल्यू इन द गिवन रेंज. ये रहा यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल. इनपुट में तो आउटपुट आएगा 4. एवरेज, इट रिटर्न्स द एवरेज ऑफ द गिवन नंबर्स इन रेंज. इनपुट एवरेज 12, 3, 6. आउटपुट if condition value, it checks whether the given condition meet and returns value if the condition in related to true and returns value to if conditions evaluated of false. Percentage. Look at. Okay, let's use the logical function in Excel. Perform the logical following steps to use a logical function. Step 1, type the following data in the Excel worksheet. Step 2, type the max B3 F3 function in the cell G3 and find maximum marks. Step 3, press the enter key from the keyboard. When you press the enter key, the maximum marks upper in the cell G3 using the autofill features. Find the maximum marks of each student. Similarly, we can find the maximum marks by using the minimum. Date and function. Okay, date and function, time function today. Purpose, it returns to current date. एग्जाम्पल टुडे. आउटपुट में आपने देखा कि 7. ओके, जो भी डेट है वो इस तरीके से फिलअप की जाएगी. मंथ. ओके, ईयर, डे, नाउ, आवर, मिनट्स. लुक एट. Let's use the date function in Excel by performing the following steps. Step 1, type today in the cell. Step 2, press the enter key from the keyboard. When you press the enter key, the current date appears in the cell.